What up, Twitch?
Going on Plus Ultra.
Yeah.
But they didn't even win that fight. I'm so mad.
What up, folks? We are getting ready to roll out here. I got the Putu crew here. It is Monday night. As always, Monday night D&D. Here we are.
Monday.
Putu crew, how is everyone?
Swell.
Doing just prime.
Ha
That almost seems like a little teaser for a Prime subscription. What's that about, climate change?
It was indeed a reference.
Let me tell you, everyone that has Amazon Prime should subscribe to the channel because you can for free.
That's right.
And
That's right. Bezos went to space so that you could have a Prime subscription.
he's bringing those Bezos bucks back from the atmosphere for you to put into this
Quickly
channel.
now. 10
Also,
seconds.
don't put the term Bezos bucks out there. He's going to make a new cryptocurrency.
5 seconds.
That's right. Hype train in 5 seconds. Can we
Joel.
do it?
Oh, Joel.
It's not going to work. I can't figure out what's happening.
Oh.
That's all right. We were trying to get
That's
on a
all right.
hype train there, Twitch, but that's all right.
I don't know what
This is the
that is.
Putu
You're pretty
channel.
close.
I am Putu. This is the crew. You can find PUTASU on all the medias, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We're all there. We're also on Discord and on Twitch. Look us up. I feel like we've taken several breaks from our two different campaigns, but we're going to be regular this week with this campaign tonight, the Unbeaten Path, Monday night D&D, and then tomorrow night we'll have our Tuesday night D&D Kaiju Slayer. So we're going to try to stay regular this week for you. There's been a lot going on around our world, so that's the explanation for that. But you can always look up old videos. I'll even do a plug for the PooTube summer vacation videos. They're still on Twitch, and those are a riot. Check them out. I think that's it for me for as far as plugs and welcome backs and all that jazz. I do want to give a shout out to Battle Armor and Mina for the subscriptions tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate that greatly, and thank you for being such a faithful viewer and subscriber. Okay, I think I'm going to turn it over to you, PS Zombie. You ready?
Nope.
You say nope.
DM Zombie. I'll be your PS for tonight. I say yep.
Okay.
I like
Yes.
DM Zombie. That's good.
Yeah. I considered changing it just because that's a more coherent name than my current one.
It's not like the PS means anything currently.
No, it hasn't meant anything for a long time. But yeah, we're doing the Unbeaten Path, which I realized the other day I'm totally pulling a Maze Runner with this campaign in that we have not done much path walking for a while.
Yeah.
I passed the first Maze Runner movie. You're like, when are they going to do some damn Maze Running? And I feel like that in this campaign now, but that's where we'll get back to it.
Did they ever return to maze running? I only watched
They
No, never.
did not. No,
Never
they got
ever.
very weird.
The second one
That's
was
a
pretty
shame.
good despite the lack of maze running, but the third one was just god awful.
I
Really,
just
really bad.
find it, on a side
Was
note,
the second one Scorch Trials?
Yeah, Scorch
yeah,
Trials.
I find it very interesting that me and PS Zombie were like literally the only oldest people in the theater for those movies. They are not geared to our
Yeah.
our
But we saw
age
Maze Runner in the
first
dollar theater
That's
for
true.
like lack of better things to do. Turns out I love the first Maze Runner. It's really, really cool.
It is
Yeah,
cool.
And then we saw the
genuinely
other
enjoyed-
two in theaters when they came
I
out.
genuinely enjoyed Scorch Trials like quite a lot. I thought
Yeah, Scorch
I-
Trials was good too.
I always say it's like a really fun, brutal combat. Like they just absolutely like take down whoever they're trying to.
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot of
there's no
tackling,
fancy
like-
choreography. They just drop kick people. It's great.
A lot of it is tackling and drop
Just want to
kicking.
let everybody know, just a quick reminder. If you want to subscribe with Prime, you may have to do it through a web browser and not on your phone.
Thank you for that, climate changer.
Just
I appreciate you.
Be
doing
aware.
that blast. Yeah, that's helpful.
Okay, enough talk about silly things. We will be back on the path one day, I swear. Yeah, we last couple of sessions, we encountered some sea elves called the Drow Lords in our current excursion into the Underdark, where our heroes discovered that the place you exit the path is not necessarily the same as the place you enter the path. And they have been searching for said entrance. They went to the capital of the Drowned Lords, which is the Reservoir, and discussed a little bit with their parliament. They, I believe, came to the conclusion that probably heading towards the Ashen Kingdom of the Drow was the most fruitful thing to do. But then as they were visiting, the Ashen Kingdom decided to invade the Drowned Lords, which is not exactly an atypical thing for them to do. They are at war more or less. But our heroes managed to pretty much sneak out the back. And that's kind of where we're at now. After they snuck past a underwater patrol of Drow invaders. But yeah, we're going to pick up from there. I'm going to let our players introduce themselves. We'll start with Battle Armor, per usual.
Yes. Well, my name is Battle Armor. My character's name is Karos Fester. I play an armor artificer who is an Avarian, kind of the brains of the operation. Real curious about things. Feeling sorry for my fellow sea elves as I am essentially a sky elf. Our own stuff kind of takes precedence here. So, yeah.
I am Alibaba, the tiefling warlock of the group, and that's who I play. I am Climate Changer. This week's random Alibaba fact is he does not like large bodies of water, as he grew up in the desert and in a barren land that didn't have a whole lot of
new phobia or an established one.
And suddenly he finds himself totally surrounded by water. So we'll see how that plays out.
I'm PU to ASU. I play Amubus Calfin, a Minotaur creature that is a cleric, specifically a Grave Domain cleric. He is still missing his companion, so he's flavored a lot of his things that he used of his lion that used to follow him around. He's recently obtained a very scary-looking rapier known as Thrustweb that he keeps tucked under his belt. And I'm going to say that the random fact for Amubus Calfin is that he's a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. Growing up in the church, he's seen some things, so he believes one out of every three conspiracies. So he dabbles in conspiracy theories. That'll be his random fact.
He's a very mistrusting sort of person. It's interesting.
Yeah, he's a complex character. What can I say?
It's hard not to believe in conspiracy theories in this crazy world.
That's right. Hashtag COVID.
I didn't. I'm gonna go for it. Karos's favorite foods are all sweet. Does not enjoy eating things that are not particularly sweet.
Nice.
A lot of Avarial cuisine is very light and airy. And sweet, because we are like hummingbirds. We require a lot of calories.
I was about to say that. I was literally
what?
thinking that when you said that. It's got to be like hummingbirds. They need.
So like,
it makes lots of sense. You know, you have an extra 2 appendages that most humanoids do not.
So if you like wake up too fast or something, can your heart stop?
We're not entirely birds, but we do have some.
Okay.
So did you Did you gain a lot of weight when you first lost your wings due to your calorie intake
Yeah, I had
being
to
somewhat
completely
too
adjust my
high?
diet. I now live a very sedentary life by comparison.
Very funny. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say you're not entirely abandoning the Sea Elves because one of their goals is to find an exit to the Underdark. So by pursuing that goal, you are potentially helping them one day. So.
Indeed.
Yeah, so you had already successfully snuck past these people in our last session. So we'll continue from that spot. Have we switched over to the game view yet, Putu? Kind of looks like we're still on the cover screen.
On your command. There you go.
On your mark.
On your mark.
Get set. Go. So I don't remember how much we had talked about. But basically, you're swimming upwards in this well-like column of water, and you can see surface as you swim upwards. Were y'all invisible? I'm forgetting the details of
Yes.
We
what
were.
was going on.
We are invisible. I believe
So you're-
Alibaba cast invisibility at 3rd level to hit all of it. No.
Third level should hit 2. Did
then
someone polymorph or something?
I think I have invisibility too, and I cast it on me, and then he cast it on the two of them.
And Alibaba went in his lamp.
That's it.
That's it. He cast it on
He
the
cast
two of us.
invisibility, and then he went
and
inside
then-
his lamp.
He's
When
hiding in
And
that.
we already addressed what happened in his lamp. So
Yep.
now, so now you're ascending with Alibaba in tow. Yep, and you're both invisible. Perfect. So, are y'all just gonna go ahead and swim to the surface?
Yeah, I think I'd
Yeah.
like to get out of here ASAP. Right.
Yep.
All right, swell. Well, I am going to relocate us to another map. Boop. Let me just add, this isn't all our characters because Newt isn't here.
Nope.
All right, and also Flatter.
Oh yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah. His
So
magic
help me, my
carpet.
friends.
For those who missed last week, we have a rideable fish friend that we got for a crossbow and 2 gold. Is that right?
I believe so.
It's a magic carpet flounder, is what it is.
Just a real
Yeah,
big
it's
fish,
got the
to be honest.
same. We could say it has the same pattern of the carpet from Aladdin. You know, that kind of purple and gold livery.
Alibaba, he looks pretty awesome on this fish. I mean,
Yeah. Well, you're in the lamp right now, but you would.
yeah.
Man, we can all imagine it. You would look great.
So as you surface, you can hear chatter of people talking in the not so great distance, but you cannot see them. You are out of sight, and you are. I'm trying to decide based on the length of the swim, how much time we'd have left.
I think it
water
lasts an
breathing?
hour, right?
Invisibility does.
Yeah.
Well, if it lasts an hour, it certainly did not take that long.
How long does
I mean, I don't know how long.
how long does lamp last?
I believe it's a number of hours. For the
Oh,
lamp.
is it? I thought it was like 10 minutes. Or I at least assumed.
Okay, let me link that character trait.
Let me link that. Put my thing down. Reverse it.
Perhaps invisibility as well. Bear with us, viewers. It's been weeks.
There we is.
That with?
Yeah, we're out of practice.
There we is. Oh yeah, number of hours equal to twice your proficiency bonus. All right.
Yes. So
So we're
6 hours currently.
at 6. Wild.
Invisibility.
I could just hide
Hey.
from anything.
Hey, concentration up to 1 hour. All right, so yes, you remain invisible, invisible.
Cool. Well, we don't really know that they're there, correct?
You can hear the chatter of speech.
Mm. Does water breathing allow you to like communicate underwater, or is that? I mean, I guess we kind of have been a little bit, but
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
say yes. Yeah.
Well,
I
then
don't
I'm
think
gonna
There's
gesture
particular disallowance for it.
for Mubis to come down underwater to hide our speech. A
Keep
little
in
bit more, I
mind,
think.
the other Drow are underwater currently.
That's
So,
fair. How far away are they?
I'll say I'm trying to think how deep the shaft is. I don't know how deep is a well normally, kind of. I'll
Like
say
100 feet.
I'll say a little bit over 100 feet, but noise does carry underwater better than on the surface. So we're not talking guarantees here, but we're talking possibilities here.
Okay, well, I'll still be quiet then. And I'm gonna whisper, be like, "Do we want to try to sneak past these people as well, or what do you think the plan is?"
Who's trying to kill me? He's still haunted by hearing voices in his head earlier, and for context, he just heard a voice from nowhere because you're technically
you're both
invisible, so he's freaking out still, and he's like, "Oh, it's Karos. Oh, sorry. Yes. Let's do that."
Recognize my dulcet tones.
I'm just freaking out here. It's just can't see you. It's dark. There's a flounder.
Yes,
There's a lot going on.
the Drow were scary. Yes. But I was asking, you did hear those people up ahead. I was wondering if we were going to try to sneak past them, or because I'm still not very stealthy. Well, I guess underwater will be better, probably.
Well, you're in your stealth suit,
Can I come out yet?
just not particularly good at it.
I wrap
Yes.
the lamp a little bit. I like tap it, as a no tap. I don't know if you can tell that. So,
Oh, you want me to come out? Okay.
He can hear us.
He can
remember?
hear.
I stuff
He can
a
hear what's
seaweed.
going on.
I take a seaweed leaf and I stuff it in the
Keep in mind, you can also just say because he can hear you.
Shut up!
I'll say we can establish how you communicate before he went in. That seems like something y'all would have discussed at some point,
There's
knowing that it
giant
was
sea mites in
a
here.
strategic possibility.
Sea
So,
bites.
so Alibaba, I don't believe you can communicate to them, but they can communicate to you as they wish.
So I whisper,
Because you can
"Stay
hear
in
the
there."
area around the vessel as if you were in that space.
I say, Alibaba, stay in there. And then I turn to Karos and didn't we use guidance? Sidebar, didn't we use guidance at one point, our last stealth check? What did we use our last stealth check?
No, you wouldn't have been able to use guidance because you can't cast a spell without breaking the invisibility.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Shoot, fire.
So I think you decided not to because of that reason. As I recall.
Yeah, I think we might have accidentally done it and then been like, oh no, and so it worked anyway, but we're not doing it going forward. So I've got advantage on stealth if we want to try to get by, but I'm also not certain that we can make it just sort of through I don't know, just sneaking by them. Well, worst case scenario, we'd sort of give them a shock, and then we've got the ability to sort of pop out and say surprise and attack them. So
I don't have anything that can create a distraction. Do you? Could you cast some? Well, you can't cast without.
can't cast
revealing
much.
yourself.
I can do that thing that I did before, where I cause something to emit a little noise or a little smell or a little sound, but it's really quite short range. It's only about 10 feet.
Well, we are invisible. So let's...
I think, yes, let's give it a shot. And uh, Alibaba, just be aware that you might need to pop out and start guns a-blazing. But certainly we're at more of an advantage if we, sort of sneak up near them than just sort of popping out and being like, we're here. So let's give it a shot.
Let's go along the wall. I point kind of along the left side of the wall, and I just tell him that we kind of float around, because these are kind of like, are these rocks, or is this just kind of algae?
They look like mushies.
Mushies. Is there any sort of plants here that we can
Yeah.
kind of drift along?
It's kind of a mossy type fungi, so it's soft and squishy.
I get a little grin on my face, and I say, let's get fun in the fungi. And I point along the edge and say, that way you can cast your distraction in there.
Okay, keep in mind pointing won't work while you're invisible.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
You'll have to figure out some other means of communication.
I don't think a squishy substance is very good for walking on if we're going to be invisible, because they'll just see footprints and see things. I say we walk on the hardest surface available.
Understood.
So we're gonna go down the center, give it the old college try, and if we gotta fight these guys, we gotta fight these guys.
Come on, Newt. Come on, flying flounder.
Newt. I don't think he flies.
Flatter does not actually fly. He's a classic fish. Newt can come on ground though because he's a snake, but Flatter's going to wait in the water for now. All right, so yeah, you can go ahead and both give me a stealth check, just for this.
Hey,
We'll say combination of talking and moving upwards.
nice.
Yeah, you have advantage because you're invisible,
Oh, duh.
but that's pretty good. You can just go ahead and roll a normal one if you'd like.
I'll take the 16.
That'll work. So y'all scooch forward, and yeah, go ahead.
How far do we make?
How far are you trying to go?
Past?
Past them?
Yep. If we can.
Yeah. Do you want to take a look once you can actually see exactly what's going
for
on?
sure.
Yeah.
Or do you just want to yeah?
No, we're not gonna run or anything. We're being pretty careful. So I figure scoping out the joint is probably a good idea.
All right, cool. So yeah, either of you can give me a perception check. I won't say you can help each other because you're currently invisible, and
Yes, we will look with our own
it's
eyes.
somewhat difficult to
Bad.
What are we doing?
shitty chat.
What did you
A
just
perception
say?
check?
A perception check, okay.
If you want to check out what's going on, you could just
I want to perceive.
you could just
barrel down.
I have a
straight
Go for it.
need to perceive.
nice.
Alibaba, shut up.
It's Benny Hill. So yeah, so what you see is you see Trace
He's just
Drow
partying.
folk, and from here you can tell that they're speaking to each other in Undercommon. There is a muscular female Drow in kind of furs and bone armor. There is a female Drow in elaborate plate armor, and there is a male Drow in very ornate robes with a long sword.
Do we hear what they're
And-
saying?
Yeah, I'll get that in a
Okay.
second. It's Undercommons only. You can understand it, but I'll get to that in a
Okay.
moment. And then beyond them, you can see that the cave dips down into the water again. So there will be more water after this room. And keep in mind, you have 24-hour timer on your water breathing. Ovid did recast it before you entered the cave, so to try to give you as long as possible. But once that's up, no more water breathing for y'all.
Indeed.
Um, but yeah, so you can hear them talking amongst themselves. They are chatting. The male one. Um, one sec. The male one speaking to the muscular woman in furs says, Yola, please, all that pacing is giving me a headache. I'm sick of looking at you. She says, I don't like it. I don't like that we had to stay behind. I want to be in the fray. And the woman in plate says, it's not our calling. We are here to defend the tunnels. You too. You need to just chill out. I'm glad to not get my hair wet. And they're basically just generally complaining about their lot in life. Yeah,
So they're
are.
not in the water?
This
No.
is all out of water.
No, this is all land. Beyond them, kind of up to the north, is the second
Okay.
city.
So they're talking in Undercommon. So in context, only Anubis chuckles to himself at getting my hair wet comment. And then I say in common. That's funny because she's underwater. Very quiet to myself.
But yeah,
Or-ish?
that's about all you got. Yeah, no one's underwater right now. You're all on the surface. But yeah, this one, she's pacing back and forth. Boop, 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 boop.
It's like a Metal Gear Solid level.
Mm-hmm.
You can have to like time
See if you can get past. Break out the cardboard box.
But yeah, we can. I mean, since she is moving, we can go into
combat
order
time.
if you want. That way you can better avoid her, probably.
I'm sort of half inclined to just ambush them, but I have no way to communicate that plan.
Draw it in the ground.
Mm.
You know? Like
in
I
the
can't help.
sand?
I'm not there, so I shouldn't have said that.
I mean, I know it's hard to tell looking at a map, exactly what's going on, but you know that both of y'all were out of each other's sight when you were around the corner, so that's always an option if you want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to communicate to Anubis that we're not just gonna go forward, other than like bumping into him and being like, oh. So it's
Right.
equally difficult trying to
Right, like the plan already is let's go,
Yeah, but like seeing now that there's more water over there, I don't think we're gonna be able to get in there. I want to take Flatter, and I don't want to just have a hovering flounder just like floating over their heads. I feel like that would not be very stealthy.
But Flatter's just stuck over there,
Would
right?
he technically be a held item?
Yeah, why don't you
he's
throw me?
medium. He's a medium creature, so I don't know if you're half speed when you're moving him. I don't know if you could.
I think Flatter's gonna stay here,
Flatter around.
so he doesn't die. Yeah.
He's a combat flounder.
Yeah, we need to lure them over here so that Flatter can, die honorably.
Flap at them. I am going to whisper, attempting to communicate to just Anubis and Alibaba. I don't think we are going to make it past them, and I'm not certain we should give up our advantage by trying. So perhaps we just ambush them and take them out so that we have an easier time and a little bit of a break here if we need it.
I draw a giant check mark in the sand.
Giant. Okay.
Well, it depends on your like. It's giant compared to a check mark you would draw on a piece of paper.
Exactly. It's all relative.
It's all relative.
Hey, why is that giant check mark appearing on the ground over there?
So I guess I'm gonna try to communicate to Alibaba like when we start firing, you should just come out, or perhaps we'll start firing when you come out or something. I'm not very good at ambush plans. I don't really like this, but you know, they're sort of attacking our friends, and you know, we're trying to get to where we need to go.
I think he just said come out. He did. He said come out. So Alibaba's gonna jump out of the bottle.
And we'll start blasting, I guess.
Nice.
So anyway,
You said come out, right?
Who was holding the flask?
Amoebus was.
Yeah, I was.
I really
All
wanted
right.
you to throw me like a grenade, but that's okay.
I could do that.
I don't think having you in melee combat is really the thing we need, though.
True.
Okay, so
I summon
I think-
Alibaba. Go.
I think for the first time in D&D 5e history, we actually do trigger the surprise condition on them, unless they can't be surprised.
Nope. There's nothing that says they can't be surprised.
I choose
Okay.
you, Alibaba. Chew.
Well, then, combat time.
We need the Pokemon music.
Yeah. So pop yourself out in any space adjacent to a Moobus is fine. That was your bonus action to do that.
I am your greatest fear. A tiefling appearing out of nowhere.
How does surprise work?
I believe everybody rolls initiative, and we play the round out like normal, except for the people who have the surprise condition who didn't know.
We just skip their
essentially.
turns.
Yeah, and there are some other like minor effects, like attacks of advantage on them and stuff like that.
Let's have it on there. Let's look it up because it's fun.
Indeed.
My D&D.
Move. Our creature cannot move or take action. Cannot use their reaction.
Oh, they can't react, huh?
I'm not seeing anything in addition to the extra turn.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, let me clear this real quick.
I guess I was
All right.
thinking of
You really wouldn't want to build around hiding then.
if you were hidden as well as surprise, which is normally how these things go, but not always. Like it's hard to surprise somebody without being hidden, but you know. And anyway, we're attacking out of invisibility, so it'll be.
I guess both of you are still invisible until you do something, right?
Mhm.
Correct. So you do have advantage based on
Yeah.
that. All right, so Karos, you're going first. Well, I guess Amubis is technically going first because he has higher dex than
He
you.
does have.
Yeah.
higher dex.
Amubis, you're going first.
I got the dex. It's triggered it drops when I cast a spell or I attack, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
But you could talk. Yeah.
Well, you could move.
Move or talk.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could talk.
I could
You
move,
can move and
or
talk.
move.
If you feel chatty.
He can also do any action that does not count as attacking or casting a spell,
There you go.
which is
Whoa.
odd, but that's how it works.
What kind of swim speed do I have?
You're not.
We are not underwater for
Oh,
the
no.
1000th time. Everyone is on the surface.
You see the blue part in the bottom right?
Sure.
That's the water.
That's
Totally above ground.
So you have your standard 30 feet of vision.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna move in for the kill and just go straight in for the old attack seize.
Doing melee attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna do.
Charge.
Oh, yeah.
You got your pounce, don't you?
Yeah, I'll do a charge attack
Go.
and
Go ahead and roll an attack roll with advantage.
go thrust web. I'm gonna use thrust.
Oh,
web.
actually, I need to look up one thing real quick.
Uh-oh. Did I choose poorly?
Are you talking currently, Climate Changer?
Just give me 1 second.
Because I don't think we can actually anymore.
Oh, we're talking. Oh no. You hate it.
Hate to see it.
What's happening? What's going
Climate Changer is,
Okay.
is
Uh,
in an alternate universe.
on? No.
this. So as you, I think you can see this.
There you go.
Hey, buddy. As you cross this line right here,
Alarm. Ooh.
the alarm spell goes off,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
you see the you saw their names, the Drow blade singer's head snap as he goes alert, and everyone steals themselves. So go ahead and do an attack roll, but not with advantage, because the surprise still skipped the first person's turn, but they are no longer surprised thanks to the alarm spell.
Well, the advantage he's getting is from being invisible, not from.
That's true. Yeah, go ahead and roll advantage.
As we determined, you don't really get advantage from surprising somebody.
Very
Nice.
true. So the other turns won't be skipped, I guess, is the long and the short of it.
Yeah.
Yes, 23 will hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah.
And what's that saving throw?
Geez, I don't remember. Hang on.
Strength, I believe, isn't it, for being knocked prone?
Yeah, I was more the number.
Is it just his spell casting ability, or is it Dex? Lots of people are. Who are you talking about?
Who specifically?
Yes.
He's just going.
He's going,
All right, she'll go ahead and do a strength saving throw. I'm gonna say that fails.
Yeah, that probably fails.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but
You can look up.
Let me see how quick I can find it. Bam, bam, 15.
Nice.
wow. Okay, well, aren't you special?
So yeah, she is currently prone.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do. How do we do this? Oh, here we go. What looks like prone?
Also want
I'm gonna do this. My back hurts symbol.
I also want to cast a spiritual weapon as a bonus action.
Okay, go ahead and grab your shield.
Will do. I don't think I can't hear Comet Changer.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. You guys are in alternate universes currently.
Who?
I feel like this is a fun part of Unbeaten Path lore now.
Might as well
that-
be canon. It happens
Sometimes
Anytime
phase
anything
out of
happens.
Do you want to hit reconnect climate change?
I think try to reconnect.
I'm using Edge.
Chrome.
I'm using Edge.
Well, I mean, this
I'm
is
on
also said
Edge.
he's on Edge, so I'm on the Edge. Uh,
I'm on the edge.
you guys want to try reconnecting just via the reconnect chat
Yeah.
update settings?
I worry about it, but yes, we could do that.
And also turn off. I want to receive video from others. It seemed like it helped.
I only do voice. That's what
Yeah.
I have it set on.
Well, good.
Only the voices.
Only voices.
Do you want me to?
Oh, really? Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. So I can hear everybody. It seems like DM Zombie and Putu are out of sync currently.
Oh, come on. Okay, let me hit reconnect.
Yeah,
I'll
I can
be-
hear him. He's fine.
I'll be right there, folks. All right, people. Once again, having some good old Roll20 disconnect audio issues.
Currently
Hey, I
Putu-
got you back.
There we go. Sweet.
Yep, we got you back.
Climate changer.
Climate
You good?
change.
Hey.
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 All right. So yeah, go ahead and roll an attack roll for your spiritual weapon.
Okay, thank you.
Wow!
Wee wah.
Wow! That'll miss.
That would
But
be at a
you do
10.
have advantage, yeah.
Okay, I'll do it again then.
Hey. Oh wait.
No, that
Is
was
it?
wrong. That was wrong.
That's not it. That's a shame because you got a nat 20, but hey, that's good.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. All right, she gets smacked by her shield. Anything further from you, my dude?
No.
Karos, it's your turn.
Cool. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do my attack at advantage here from coming out of Invis at the Drow Fury. I'm gonna use my Zap Cannon. So that'll
hit.
25, and this will be the full damage because I'm triggering the thing. So that's 12 points of damage.
Sounds good. You shoot an electric blast that arcs to her.
And I'll fire again.
Cool. This one will not be advantage.
Whoa.
Doesn't matter.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
All right.
Roll damage.
That's a shame that I
Did it
used
to
it on the
Ras?
last one, but whatever. All right, so we'll do that, and that is 17 points of damage.
All right. She takes a big zap of electrical power. Anything further from you?
She's gone poorly from too much electric.
Indeed.
I am going to back up slightly.
Back it up.
Here. Wait, hold on. Am I going to do that? Let me check. 40, 45. Yeah, that sounds great.
Flatter, help us.
He's a flounder. He's a particularly uncoordinated fish, sadly. Perhaps a normal fish might even get on land, but a flounder.
Perhaps a normal fish might figure out how to walk on land.
It's a pretty rough fish to try to be there.
I don't know if any mammal evolved from a flounder.
I really wish I had telekinetic powers and I could just float him over there.
Alibaba, you. It's
All
your
right.
turn. Sans bonus action.
Well, Alibaba, seeing that we're going all in, we're just gonna kill him. Is going to cast Fireball. And he's going to cast it. Oh.
I mean, there's further back.
Yeah, he can probably He can probably get it just fine.
It's the whole can you cast something in a wall dilemma, but
I always maintain. Yeah, sure. Why not? I always maintain. Why do I care? Like,
right. It's like, does it make fire everywhere or does it explode from a point?
yeah. What is it? 15?
20.
20.
It would be.
Yeah, like I
off
said,
screen.
there's places that exist off screen.
Yeah.
So let's just say he fires into the wall and blows a hole, like blow into the wall and like.
I think the question is, can you hit the Fury and not Anubis ever? That's the math we're trying to figure out here.
Well, there's a
Mubis,
spot.
are you ready to take this hit?
There's a spot right above the one that I'm at currently that I believe does hit the Fury that would not hit Anubis because it would be 25 feet away from Anubis and 20 feet away from the Fury. So
Ashen Knight?
one square up from this, from what I'm doing here.
Oh, yeah?
That would be off the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's allowed to be off the map.
Okay, well then I will shoot Alibaba. He, curls his fingers and a fireball bursts forth and shoots past everybody. They're gonna have to get me a deck save.
All right.
The Ashen Knight and the Drow Blade Singer.
Nice.
I think you can hit all three of them, is what we were establishing.
And the Drow Fury. Thank you for.
All right. Blade Singer.
The fireball kind of moves around in the air
Knight.
like it's confused, and then
Fury. What's your DC? I think the
16.
Knight makes it and the others don't.
Seems like it.
all right.
All right, let me use my finger.
I still don't fully understand why a prone person does not have disadvantage on deck saving throws.
Do they not?
I mean, stop, drop, and roll.
They do not. It's restrain that gives you disadvantage on deck saves, but I don't understand if you're on the ground. Like, are you? I don't know. It's weird.
Easier to roll away
Half
from the
it was
blade.
11. They'll boom take fiery damage upon their person. But though they are all rattled, they do survive. On the knight's turn.
It's his
Time
night
again.
in the city.
It must be night. It must be night.
Yeah. Did they take the damage and they're on fire now?
Yes. Can you hear?
I don't think you can't hear me, bud.
All right, I'm gonna back up towards the back of the cave as well.
It sounds like no. Are you not hearing Climate Changer there? We might. Be...
I can hear him.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he can hear me.
I am present.
Are you hearing anything that Pia Zombie is saying?
Hello, I'm here.
Yes.
Oh, you are. Okay, cool. Sorry.
Okay. Yes, they took the damage. They're not on fire. I don't think that's what Fireball does.
Anything not being held or worn is ignited. But...
Everything they have is being held and or worn.
Okay.
Ashen Knight, she's going to use her movement to stand up, and she is also going to use leadership. She's going to slam her sword against her shield and do a shout. And she will... Oh, no, that's wrong. That is not the clear button. That is the put a big X over the face button.
Oh, yes. The you've been canceled effect. Yes.
She's also going to rotate around. I think she's got movement for that.
She got 15 more feet, probably.
Yeah.
Do we get a swipe
She's
at
going to
her?
rotate around. Nope, she never left your reach.
Oh, she rotated. She didn't leave. Clever.
Now the Blade Singer, he's going to use his bonus action to begin his Blade Song.
Clever.
And he's going to use his action to cast Greater Invisibility.
Rude.
and he will turn greater invisible.
Oh.
Shoot.
Let's see. And now the Fury. She's going to. Well, heck, he's right there. She'll approach Amubis, and she's going to attack him recklessly. I'm going to put a little reckless marker on her. What looks
I'm
like
gonna
reckless?
wreck it.
I need like an angry face or something.
She's just excited. She finally gets to fight something.
She really is. She's pumped. We're going to do this muscle man symbol.
Muscle man.
Yeah, so she'll do 2 advantage attacks against you.
Ooh.
Wow.
I laugh at you. Your laugh has become my
Why
laugh.
is it adding 0 to this? Hang on.
Oh, perhaps. Perhaps.
Don't antagonize the DM.
Perhaps.
Okay.
No, it's adding 5. Oh no.
To the first one. It should have been.
Yeah.
So it's an 18 on the second one. Does
Okay.
18 hit?
Yes.
That's weird.
All right. Sorry about that. It's because I added something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take a mere 5 slashing damage
Oh, that's terrible.
from her double scimitar.
Keep those scimitars away.
All right, you're up, Amubis.
My family was killed by a scimitar. Go, Newt! I'm just trying to encourage the companions to get into the fight. All right. I am going to. I'm gonna attack who I was wailing on earlier, and just
The knight?
Yeah, just do a thrust web attack against the knight.
I will tell you, you'd have advantage against the Fury, who has been injured quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's too late now. I've already declared.
I mean, too late for the first. Oh wait, no, you don't have multiple attacks.
Yeah.
That will miss the knight. It pings off her plate armor.
Would
Right.
spiritual weapon can?
Spiritual weapon would definitely get advantage.
All right, that's what spiritual weapon's gonna do.
Okay, it'll attack the Fury. It'll
Yes.
have advantage against her.
Good
thing.
No.
One,
That will
two.
actually miss it.
Wah,
Right?
wah.
Yeah, the 2.
It was
Little
only
Dahlia's
one
feeling-
better. How?
Little Dahlia's feeling lazy today.
Dalio. I look at Spectral Dalio and I shake my head.
You're like, how dare you? How dare Moo?
How?
That's not good. Anything else?
No, that plays in my head and I just shake my head.
All right. Karas, it's your turn, buddy.
Okay. I am going to give this a shot. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire, making the cube. It'll be this section. So everything in a cube with these 2 things being the corner.
Gotcha.
Will need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty.
Against my spell save, which is
Pretty good.
that's 16, I believe. Yes, 16.
So she gets this. She has an extra D4.
Cool.
It won't make a difference. But
Perfect.
the Fury is now lit up like a Christmas tree. Double advantage.
And
If only.
nobody else.
Afraid not.
Boo. All right, fine. I knew
Yeah, we'll use this lit up as a Christmas tree.
I
symbol.
knew it was a risk. But yeah, so balls. That's it. I was trying to metagame, but the truth is, I totally forgot that. In fact, blade singing I think gives you a little bit of extra movement. So I don't know that in character, so we'll say I didn't. I mean, I don't, yeah. So it's fair that I didn't know that out of character. I think. And I am going to attempt to run around a little bit somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where. I'm gonna go over here.
Run away.
Cool. I'm there now. I don't have any bonus actions. Done. Did it. Done. Wasted my turn.
So Alibaba looks at Newt and Newt, come over here. I don't feel very safe right now. And he wants him to kind of slither through the moss fungi and try to hide. And he is Alibaba's going to take aim at the Drow Fury and take an Eldritch Blast shot, pointing his staff.
Called your shot.
You have quite a lot of advantage. Frankly, too much.
12.
We'll roll it again just to see if it's a crit.
Oh.
Yeah,
You're
two different
again.
sources of advantage. Well, that's fine. But still, 12 damage. Great.
And then he's going to take another shot at the Drow.
When no one's looking. Nice.
This is
So 18.
I mean, you still have advantage
He used it.
on both of them.
23 and 16, and then 25 and 11.
Oh, for some reason I thought the 11 was damage.
No deed. 6.
I mean, I'm cool with that. You know.
So 17 damage.
18.
Yeah, the Fury, the first one blasts her, and she grins like, I'm fine. And then the second one blasts her, and she was not fine.
Well.
I'll do a big fat X.
Cancel.
Yeah, she's canceled. I'm just trying to see something.
Just trying to see something.
How are you doing over there, Flatter?
1 second, guys.
That's a great impersonation. The flatter.
Fairy Fire is one of those spells that I feel like I always want to have it on me, and I always want to use it when I'm like, this is relevant. And then I'm like, well, actually, the strict mechanics of how this is supposed to work make it very difficult to use, even in the best of scenarios. Like, 20-foot cube is not as much as you want it to be.
Here.
Could you do another one?
I could, yeah. I can do like 3 more, but I mean, it's an action every time, so it's like.
Turns out that the other Drow just ran away.
Honestly, he might have done. Like, he might be trying to warn somebody, but that's not out of the question that he'll try to do that later too if we kill his companions. So.
Yeah, astoundingly, I cannot find the answer to this.
What is your question?
This incredibly common thing that should immediately have an answer. Karos, you cannot end your turn in that space. You feel the need to move to a different one. And there is no answer on the whole fucking internet for this question.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
hilarious.
Whoa. Family
That's
friendly.
really, really funny. Okay.
For some unknown reason, you can't end your turn in that
Wait,
space willingly.
hang on. Don't I bump into him?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That
What
was a
what
complete,
is bumping?
like both in character and out of character, I'm stopped by something invisible that I cannot like.
Yes.
So I stop like right here after bumping into something. Do I kind of know now? Like what are we talking about here? It's not like I suddenly decide to not.
Great question. If only the internet
Sure,
had anything
you
to
know.
say
I
about
mean, think
this.
about it. Of course, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, you bumped into
I
something that
can't
wasn't
move.
there.
I can't move into or through an enemy space. So like when I tried to do it, I'm stopped by something.
But I was
If you
like,
walked into an invisible wall, you
can
would
he
know there's an
allow it if
invisible
he's
wall.
willing? Like, do you?
Can he dodge me? Like
Uh,
If he's a small,
it's super
He's
weird,
not-
dude. Also completely random. Like
but like, what? Why isn't there a ruling for that? Like,
that
it
is
seems
really
like
weird.
occupying the same space as an invisible person would happen sometimes, and someone would have a question about it. But like, they're like, what if I occupy the same space as an ally? What if I occupy the same space as a swarm of bees? What if I? And I'm like, why is there no? Just what if I occupy the same space as a
Okay.
creature?
I think the inherent answer is then you can't.
Oh, rules it's written. Accidentally ending movement in an illegal space. Sometimes a character ends its movement while moving through a space where it's not allowed to stop. When that happens, you put your miniature in the last legal position you occupied, or the closest legal position if there's a legal position closer. So that's in the special movement rules.
Well, there you go. So you stop in your last legal spot, which is where you are right now.
Yeah, but what does that mean in character?
It means you tried to enter a space and were repelled by some unknown force.
All right, sounds good. I'll try to RP accordingly.
Well, that's why I was trying to look before Alibaba's turn was done, but I couldn't really say why I was looking in case the ruling was in his favor.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
But either way, your action was used up, so
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I don't think
you could surmise you saw someone turn themselves invisible, and then you bumped into something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
I think that's an easy leap to make, even without 20 intelligence.
so. I don't think Alibaba would have realized that.
Yeah, it still took both of your attacks to kill Fury. You are last in order of your people's turns.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was a hugely unoptimized move you made.
Cool.
Anyways, sorry about that. I just
No
was
problem.
frustrated at not being able to find that with any sort of
It is really weird.
rapidity. All right, the Ashen Knight. She's gonna make 2 attacks against Anubis with her longsword.
First one hits.
I think the first one hits.
Yeah.
You will take 8 slashing damage from her,
Oh!
and that will be the end of what she does. And then
She cut me?
secret things will happen
She cut me.
that are very secret.
You can hear the TV.
All right, we'll let you know.
That's right. Okay. You want to tell me the
And-
secrets?
I cannot.
No. You know,
But
don't blame a guy for
that I
trying.
could. But that I could.
Magic missile.
Guess I just have to click it for every single one. Isn't this magical? Um,
120 feet.
Quite the range.
Can I click on that spell description there?
3.
God.
Keros.
So
I hate
2,
how
3.
Who are these hitting again?
These are hitting you, Keros,
Me.
as the bumper. Um,
Frankly, I feel like the bumpy. Oh God. That is more than I thought.
he did it as a 5th level.
Jesus Creases.
So what is this? 12.
Man, times like these, I
16.
really wish that Artificer got shield.
Only Battlesmith does, I think.
Yeah. I just wish
Right.
I did.
That's 15, 19, 21, 24, I believe, force damage.
Yes. 12 plus 12, indeed.
Drow Fury's dead. It's Amubis' turn.
Ooh.
And these all came from right in front of you.
Ooh.
The
I don't know if
missile
you can
thing?
tell where magic missiles come from. It says you create. So I think technically they could pop right in your face and then hit you.
Yeah.
So
But he doesn't seem to have moved before that.
you would have no idea.
I meant based on the location of the magic.
Just fumble around a little. See if
They
you bump into
appeared
something.
right before you and struck you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, jiggle the handle a little bit. Move around. I'm going to do a spiritual weapon attack. Move my spiritual weapon around to the side of the enemy
Sounds good.
to do a spiritual weapon against them. Is that... that's nothing. That's probably nothing.
That will miss her.
Then she will feel the thrust of the web.
It pinks off her armor. That will not pink off her armor. That will hit her.
Feel the power of the thrust web.
I don't know what pink means, but you know.
Clunk, plunk.
Clink, clink, clink. I like clink.
I like clank.
It takes 9 piercing damage as you find a gap between her armor and stab her pretty good.
Ka-chink.
But as she stabs, she looks down at your sword, and you see her eyes go wide as she stares at you.
Is it?
She
Amubis gets self-conscious. Is it bad? It's the first time I'm trying it. That's...
I always love things like this because like you're just some dude walking around and you just got stabbed with Excalibur. Like, what are you gonna do? You're like, this is like my people. We know this sword. Like, it's been lost.
What?
Where did you get Excalibur? Like, what do you?
Can I? Would you allow a free action to ask to let me talk to her or no? Am I?
Sure, yeah, you can talk to her.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
just
you don't
gonna
have.
say.
You don't even have to react.
Why so scared in Undercommon?
Um,
After
And she'll
seeing her
say-
reaction to the blade, obviously.
she'll say, "That sword does not belong to you."
Interesting.
Unless you're gonna move, it'll be Karos's turn.
No, I stay my ground.
Okay, I am going to. I'm gonna try to walk forward one. Can I do so?
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing
cool.
happens.
So it appears he has indeed moved.
Just fumble around in there.
Let's see, God, he's probably just got a lot of movement. All right, well, whatever. I'll ignore him for now. And go ahead
Ignore
and
me.
try to.
Ignore me. Newt, form of squid.
Reasonable.
He's like, I take an hour long.
I don't have an hour.
He begins the hour-long process of changing into a squid.
Zap cannon. Not
For the night.
towards the night. Yes, I I have literally no indication where.
We would love if it had advantage against metal, but it does not.
Indeed, no. That is 9 damage.
That is not a product of all lightning damage.
Since I did indeed say, I think it's assumed that my first one is going to have the lightning damage unless otherwise indicated. Even though it's poor damage.
It does have that additional damage.
Yeah, so that'll be 10 damage. And then my
All
second
right.
one.
Well, that.
Oh,
hold off
that'll do
because
it.
that'll do it. You see the lightning courses through her body, and she slumps to the ground and falls off of Amubus' sword. And she looks over to you with her last breath and says, "Don't let him use it." And she dies. But of course, you don't understand this because she only speaks Undercommon.
I was gonna say, what language?
She says, "Shooby dooby doo," but Amubus hears her say this.
Shooby dooby
Give her a
doo.
thumbs up.
Where
She says,
are you?
"Shooby dooby doo."
And a shooby doo to you too.
Great googly moogly. Anything further from you?
Why? Why shouldn't I use it?
I am going to.
She's dead. You still have your second attack.
Just because I got so.
If you want to call a shot
last time, I'm gonna try to
call a shot.
I'm gonna try to call something. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Like, if you had passed through his space, would that have been difficult terrain? I heard someone say that like a hostile creature can allow someone to pass through their space with no extra movement, like if they chose, the same way an ally can.
Well, moving through an ally space is difficult terrain, isn't it?
Is it? I thought you could just do it.
I can't actually remember. That's maybe just a thing that my other DM rules. I am going to.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. You know, you have to like push past.
Yeah,
them.
it's kind of like annoying. I think maybe in like a 5-foot space, if you're trying to squeeze through somebody's space, you'd have to like maneuver around. But 5 feet is kind of large. Like you can probably step away. Anyway,
You could.
First, I'm going to try to actually just walk to various spaces. So, bump, 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 bump. All right, I think that's as far as I can move.
All right, you move those spaces.
I was not impeded in doing any of that.
Indeed not.
And I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to fire right here.
All right. Lightning shoots out and cackles in the area.
Cool. And that's my turn.
Should have made you roll, but fairly obvious he's not there.
Yeah, that's fine. You can roll for it.
Alibaba.
Funny, it didn't.
We are assailed by
It would have hit
an
though.
invisible person. So
you also could have used that 22 from before.
22.
Oh, sure.
He's gonna ask a Newt. He's gonna get Newt to just kind of swim around.
Well,
He's
again,
slithering.
Slither around. He's 30 feet.
Eels
that's
can
one,
come out of the
3,
water.
4, 5.
Yeah, he's actually technically a snake. He's not an eel.
He's a sea snake.
We just gave him a nice eel appearance to look nice. This is a new form of like finding invisible things. So. It's a strategy I've not seen used before.
Trying to bump into them. Well, I don't have very high level spells. Like I don't know.
I mean, could I use? No.
I don't think you can use anything because you're out of spell slots.
I'm just gonna
invisibility.
Alibaba's just gonna start randomly casting Eldritch Blast all over the place.
Sure. Give me 2 spots that you're shooting.
All right. So I'm gonna shoot this square and
which one? That one. Okay.
And this square.
All right. Give me some attack rolls. You fire, blows up nice chunks of rock, but you saw it hit the ground pretty solidly. You don't feel like it hit a thing.
All right.
Ashen Knight is dead. Mysterious things may be happening. Possibly. You don't know.
Hello, how are you doing, Flatter? All
All right, Anubis, it's your turn.
Alibaba, how was the lamp? Just start conversation mid-fight.
He's poking around for this invisible person, having a casual conversation.
I'm just like walking with my arms just kind of waving outstretched.
I could spiritual guardians around myself.
That is a fantastic idea, and just walk around. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just
Well, actually, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it didn't
trigger a
quite
walk
work like
around.
that, but he would certainly have a bigger area when he stopped.
They flirt around you a distance of 15 feet. So I would have a 15 feet radius.
Yeah. It would be on his turn that he'd trigger
That
that.
we
but I
could
mean,
trigger that, yeah. And I could
Yeah.
just take the dodge action, but I would
I
need.
know this. Maybe use spiritual guardians to go stand by the exit so that he can't go through there.
Clever girl! I just wanted to say that. I meant. Clever Karos! Alright.
Clever girl.
Yeah, no, from Jurassic Park. I love it. Clever girl. Alright, I will do that. I will cast Spiritual Guardians.
I'll give you an aura.
An aura of little tiny
Ooh, love
Dahlia
This time,
heads.
as we remember.
Love an aura.
Let's remember how to do this. Token aura 1. C. Circle, 20 feet? 10 feet? 15? 15.
15.
Save settings?
Whoa.
Yeah. You
That's
see-
that's a pretty hefty aura there too. That's
You
nice.
see all
Love
the
it.
little Dahlia heads floating around.
It's like it's little Simbas. It's like baby lions.
And I move so that is.
It's gonna be a mighty king.
I'll move right there. No.
Yeah.
there.
How accessible is off the map to him to be a place to stand?
Like the next map, like the same as y'all.
Okay. So I'll stand.
That looks pretty good to me.
Yeah. And that's it.
Either.
I'm out of actions and movement. So.
You got your bonus
And high
action
level
right there.
spells.
Yeah,
If
you
you
can
wanna
move your
take-
spiritual weapon.
If you want to take a random swing somewhere.
Oh, that's true. My spiritual weapon.
No, he can't attack with his. I mean, he can with his spiritual weapon, but no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'll move
Yeah, cool.
my Sun Smasher here and just do a random attack.
I'm gonna move these ladies. I mean, they're good and dead. They're not coming back. I'll just get rid of them. Yep, you do an attack, and the Sun Smasher smashes the sun, and not else.
Cool.
Okay.
Alibaba.
You skipped me.
Did I?
I'm right after Anubis.
My bad. I must have already hit next. bad.
No prob. All right, so I'm gonna
I
walk.
am him, Eros.
I'm gonna walk here, here, here. So I got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And I'm gonna make another fairy fire. I'm gonna make a squarey fire, as it were. Here to here. I don't
All
know.
right. I could never figure out the markings, so you're free, you're free to do
You never
as thou.
figure
Like the markers, I'm not good at it for some
Yeah.
reason.
Draw shape. Draw a rectangle. Hold.
You want me to do it?
Hold on, I think I got it. Yeah, that's
Did you do the old one?
5. Oh, that one's actually 25 feet. But that one's 20 feet. I think.
I'm looking up, I'm working down, I'm
Oh, I
working
guess-
on my.
That's weird. He's
Oh, do I need to make that one smaller?
no, I just don't understand. So a 20-foot, I guess it only covers 15 feet worth of squares because it's 20 foot from edge to edge. No, that doesn't. It's 20 feet worth of squares, right?
Is it 20 foot by 20 foot?
Semantics. 5, 10.
Like the same
15.
as Fireball, right?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube, so that means that every side
Cube.
every side is 20
It's
feet.
not a 20-foot radius, but it's 20 foot. Yeah, 20 foot on each side, yeah?
Yeah, so that's what that is. I think actually the movement marker was confusing me because it doesn't count the space that you're on, so I was accidentally doing it slightly too low. So that is a failure if that's his deck save for it.
Your fairy fire lights up the area and not else.
Wow. You just rolled for him for fun? I mean, fair enough. I'm a little lost, but fair enough.
Good call.
Okay. Well, if it lights up not else, then I have not else to do. I don't have any bonus actions in my current form, so
Thank you, Climate Change. I will make that adjustment for the map for our viewers on Twitch.
Okay.
Oh. Alibaba, it's your turn.
Hello. I am very frustrated. I think I will just conjure a mage hand.
just start patting around.
Just gonna be sending Newt and the mage hand all over the place.
I don't have a mage hand mini.
Well, don't worry about it. I'll just shoot some.
I can probably get you one.
He's like doing a slapping motion with the mage hand, you know?
Yeah, like patting.
No, like he's gonna slap somebody with it. It's probably not gonna do any damage.
Let's find a fiery one.
All I'm envisioning is Master Hand from Smash Bros.
Oh, it's fiery because that's the theme of all his spells.
It does make sense.
Here we go.
Hot hand.
Oh wait, this isn't gonna work. It's got a watermark. I don't like it. Where are you patting, sir?
So it's just gonna appear because I can only summon it this first round. So it's gonna appear like right there.
All right, good to know. And that could occupy something space. So just for your personal knowledge, it is not
What a
a
worthless
creature.
waste of a spell.
Well, in the future, it'll be useful. You got to think long term, man.
And I'm gonna tell Newt, go and bite where the hand is, and he's gonna crawl over there and just bite the air.
He takes a nice snippety snab, and naught happens.
Okay. And Alibaba's gonna stay there with his back against the wall, just
Sounds
looking
good.
around nervously.
Lubus, it's your turn.
Guys, should I not use this sword? I like wave it around a little bit.
Can we talk about this later?
Okay. And I put it back. Did any sort of reaction or anything happen to my aura?
Nope.
Okay.
Start walking steadily towards us, but like enough that it it will be impossible for him to, get out of here.
Understood. In a sweeping motion.
Jerk with the back in a twisting, jerking motion.
You'd tell us if he was just gone, right?
Yes.
Okay. As great of a
I don't
bit
know if
as
I
that
would as a DM.
I wouldn't.
Just like he left 3 rounds ago. We're just doing this basically for fun at this point.
All right, that's
All right, I think you've got something for Mage Hand now.
Okay.
Should work.
Cool.
Sun Smasher's gonna move.
You just
right
have to
there.
make all the things for me. Sorry.
For all of us, really.
All right, roll an attack roll for your Shun Smasher.
Spirit-
Shun Smasher.
Spiritual weapon. I'm sorry when I mean that.
It slams the ground once again. Yeah, the Sun Smasher is the spiritual.
I shake my head again. And that's my turn.
Shame.
We will find this creature.
Gross.
Well, it's just sort of disconcerting, really. I'm gonna try to, let me see if I can. 25. All right, I'm gonna walk here, 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 and up here, up to there.
All right. That you do, sir.
And I am going to, not to waste all my spell slots, but I am gonna waste one more. No, you know what? I'm not. I'm gonna make my 2 attacks. I'm gonna make one directly directly above me, just to make sure.
Theoretically at disadvantage.
Theoretically at disadvantage, I agree.
All right.
15.
It zaps the ground and not else.
And then one in the one other blind spot, which is
The far right corner?
far left corner, I think it is. Hold on. Let me just show this to others. Here.
Uh-huh.
Like, right there. I think that's probably the one remaining. I don't know
Roll
if
the
this is
theoretical
scannable or
nature.
not.
Far right would be one too, though. Far
Far right? What do
corner
you mean?
right. Like over in that little alleyway, like right there.
Here?
Yeah.
I didn't notice. Well, whatever. So yes, my theoretical attack.
Zaps the ground and not else.
Cool.
Alibaba, 'tis thou turn.
So Alibaba's going to bring the mage hand over to himself and hand it the bag of sand out of his backpack. And he's gonna try to get the hand to kind of fly around and sort of drop sand out of the bag and see if it can drop it onto an invisible person.
Clever. I like it.
Yeah,
Clever
I'll probably have you use your action and bonus action to do that, just because it's a pretty
Yeah.
big thing for a mage hand to be doing. But I think with an interact with an object action, that's certainly a doable thing.
Okay. I don't know, if you want me to just per square drop the sand, like per 5 foot area.
I'll say if you want to use your action to do this, I'll let him sprinkle it on every square he moves on.
Okay, sweet.
Your mage hand.
I
Because
will
we'll count it
do
as
that.
your interaction with an object action.
So he moved 5, 10, 15, 20, and then got the sand, and then 5, 10. No, 5, 10. Okay, so it'd be these 2 squares here in front of me.
All right, he sprinkles sand It falls to the ground.
All right.
Um,
That will be my turn. Oh, and Newt's gonna attack to the right of himself. He's gonna just bite the air.
Indeed, he does bite the air.
All right.
Alibaba.
Ooh.
You take what's 8 plus 7, 15 points of force damage as magic missiles slam into thy body.
Hmm.
And I'll say, Alibaba, you're the only one who sees this. From the pool where you entered, surfaces a Drow lieutenant and
Oh
4
no!
Oh God.
Drow invaders.
Run away!
They all they seem like they were swimming very fast, so they pop their heads above the surface and end their turns. Amubis, it's your turn.
I'm coming. All right, let me see here.
I'm assuming you shouted something, Alibaba.
Yeah, did you? Because otherwise,
I-
that's
I did.
I
yeah.
think, yeah, I think he said, "Run away."
Oh,
immediately.
We need to
run
get out of
away.
here.
Do you want me to leave or come in and assist?
So, how does Flatters? Where does he go?
Oh God.
He's still swimming around. Nobody cares about a fish. Like, he's just hanging out.
We care about that fish.
Combat fish. Go.
The Drow don't care about a fish. They've grown to expect such an encounter.
Okay, so very sacrificially for my friends, I use
For my friends.
for my power of friendship. I use all of my movement to go here, and then I use a dash to be able to go the extra 30 right in front of the lieutenant.
All right. So you'll dip into the water a little bit to do that.
Yep, and I'll.
But as you're entering the water space, I won't make it
Okay,
cost extra move.
and then I can move. I can move spiritual weapon only like 10 feet. Is that oops?
20, I want to say.
I also want to say 20.
All right, so I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna use it to move right there and protect Flatter.
He just kind of looks up.
Dalio, spiritual weapon Dalio gives him a nod, a really respectful nod. And that's my turn. Don't wear it out.
All right. Karos, it's your turn, buddy.
I'm not. This is like a horror movie. All right. I guess if he's gonna continue tanking as well as he has been, double check my range.
Keep
on
in
it.
mind. I mean, don't want to metagame for y'all.
This
But
was an
tanking-
entire counter.
Tanking means a hill of beans against magic missile. Just
Yeah,
as a word.
I mean, Amubis has not been hit by the magic missile, although I have.
But he's been hit by other things.
It
Yeah,
is
it's been hit by
pretty
other
bad
things.
for Alibaba.
It's not that I don't want to run away. It's that Amubis didn't run away. So now I am sort of locked into this sort of scenario that we've got
He's
going on. Here.
sacrificing himself.
I don't think that's can't do that. All right. Guess I'll just zap cannon this this front guy. A big boy, because I'm hoping that maybe little
lieutenant?
guys will be attacked by other things. Yes, perhaps they'll get AoE'd. 24. And This will be some damage on that. So 14 damage.
Hang on, I need to get my hand right. We're on objects and tokens now, baby.
And I'll go ahead and do the other
14
one.
damage.
Does a
I
7?
believe that hits too. Let me just check real quick. Yes, it hits as well.
Cool. And that's 10 damage. So
Gotcha.
24 total damage.
He gets lightning shocked by lightning shock damage. Anything further from you?
No, I don't believe I have anything to do. Yep.
Alibaba.
So I'm just marking the path of the hand here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So the hand's going to kind of move in that direction. Alibaba's going to move. I can't remember. Is it an action to move the hand?
I believe it's
Yeah, it's an
Is it a
it's an
full
to
action?
move the hand, I think. If you look it up, you can use your action to control the hand.
Yeah.
It's only a bonus action for arcane tricksters, I think.
Okay. Well, then he uses his action to sprinkle sand in front of them
Along that path,
along that path. Yep.
the sand sprinkles and falls to the ground.
Newt is going to also bite in the square below him.
All right. He does a chomper, a Heckenborker, directly below him. And naught happens.
Can I end my turn there?
Yeah.
All right. So I don't think he's around me.
So it's a wisdom save for your stuff, Amubis?
Yes.
Killed them all. Had control.
Kill them all.
The numbers are meaningless in the canyon.
Can you roll damage for it? Did you already?
About to now.
All right. And then oh my gosh, why? Let's see. 2, 3, 4. No, I need more than that. All right, Amubis, you take 6, 11, 13, 17, 19 points of force damage as magic missiles slam into thy body.
I'm not doing so hot.
Yes, perhaps running away is the best option that we should have taken.
Can you roll damage for your spiritual guardians again? If you don't mind.
Wow, more.
Let me just make sure.
Wow.
All but one.
Is that one success?
Yeah, he is this.
All right. So sorry, I'm just having a look at too many things right now. Music's like too chill, I feel like. Try to put a more extreme one when it's not my turn.
Music.
There's like very light music on it. I don't know if y'all can hear it.
Yeah. It's kind
I'm
of
hearing-
just
yeah, it's
eerie,
like a-
creepy music.
Humming and occasionally it changes pitch.
Yes, there's actually 2 musics on, layered.
Nice.
We're out here layering.
Pro strats.
All right. I should have rolled for all these individually, but you know what? We're deep in it now. Invaders gonna invade. Whoop whoop whoop. Well, you know what? Let's make sure they got the movement to do that. They sure do. This one doesn't. He's gonna hang back here. All these Drow invaders are gonna swarm Anubis. They didn't like taking a bunch of damage, which they all did. So they're each going to do a melee weapon attack against
Oh
you.
my gosh. Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh
Might
my
be the
good
end
golly
of
gosh.
Anubis.
He's
That's
just
9
being
piercing.
beaten to death.
I'm down.
Oh, he's down.
All right, if they see you go down, they're not going to keep you on. They can't make it much further anyways, so they're just going to let you be unconscious. They're not going to straight up heckin' murder you. We're gonna give you a little whoop while you're down. The old Drow Lieutenant is going to go next, and he's going to use his movement. Sun Smasher's Dunzo. To move.
So is
up.
my spiritual guardians. It drops.
Correct. I'll get rid of your aura in a second. So he uses double movement for this. That's 20 feet, and he can do an extra 10 feet. So he's going to go right here, next to Flatter. He's going to do a thrown dagger attack towards Alibaba. Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
Yeah, you'll take 7 piercing damage from his thrown dagger. And now I'll get rid of your aura, Mubis.
Wow.
Yeah, and do a death saving throw, Mubis.
Okay.
You're in shallow enough water that you don't just fall down and drown. You're like right at the entrance of the water.
You can do it.
Let's see that regular D20.
That'll work. That's a success.
Does he get anything for being a grave cleric? I forget what that is.
There's a
not on death save.
circle of mortality. I was reading about it, but it's not for me. It's for healing or sparing the dying.
Oh, I
right.
thought maybe there was a thing where like you make death saves with advantage.
No, when he heals someone who's down, it always does max instead of like roll the die.
Fair. Okay. Does that mean it's my turn?
Yes.
I put my hands straight up in the air, and in Elvish I say, "Surrender."
Wave them like you just don't care.
I say, "Please, we're not sea elves. We're just trying to make it through. Please, my friend, we can die."
The Drow Lieutenant will he'll narrow his eyes and say, he'll reply in Elvish, "Drop your weapons."
It's kind of part of my armor, but absolutely. And I'm gonna.
Yeah, how fast can you doff your armor?
Not very fast. I'm gonna obviously put down my helmet and take King of Sleep off my belt and place it on the ground and just kind of like I'm sure I can. I'm sure I can kind of break my armor easier than I can like put it on. So I'm just gonna disable my zap cannon as
So
best as I can.
So doffing it takes 5 minutes, but the way yours is kind of in segments, you can choose to doff parts of it
Yeah,
before other parts
I don't even
if
know.
you want to.
I think my lightning launcher canonically does look a bit like a weapon, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just try
I
that.
think it's kind of like Tony Stark style. It's like a chest, whatever, or a or hands, whatever,
Yeah, it's.
as desired.
I think it's like I think we established it as like two little like wrist prongs that like form a little like uh who's that kid from Star Wars Rebels? It's kind of like that. It's got
Mm,
like his little slingshot
Ezra.
thing. Ezra, yeah. It's got like his little slingshot thing. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah, solid.
But I
Slingshot.
just basically anything that on me that looks like a weapon, I kind of remove in any way that I can. And I kind of try to overemphasize my wings a little bit.
Hmm.
And end my turn.
Alibaba, what will you do?
I feel like Alibaba would not surrender. I feel like he would run away.
Retreat into the lamp.
He can't do that though. So
You have
I
to
love-
like a
I
long
love-
rest or something?
I do love this as just like a little character study for us.
It's pretty
when,
wild.
when faced with like an adversary, Anubis rushed in, fought to the death. Karos tried to talk to them, and Alibaba ran away. It's too perfect.
yeah, I feel like he would use fiery teleportation and
yeah.
5, 10, and just to get as far away as possible.
Yeah.
He would
I mean, that
pop
plus
over
dash,
here and then dash.
you got an additional 60 feet.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
easily get off this map.
I did it for my friends, so we could always be together.
As you turn the corner, you can see the sad eyes of Flatter because both of his eyes are on one side of his body, looking out, and his eyes close and a single tear falls, which gets sucked into your flask as you run away.
Oh, you got a
carry
flatter
his-
summon?
You have a sad tear from your companion.
Damned if I'm gonna let my player characters waste their money.
But it's also funny because it's like you literally got that because you made your companion sad. Like you have sadness with you now.
This is also the first time you've seen. Yeah, this wasn't into your flask. This was into your path flask, the one that contains your
Oh.
currency.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna delete you from this map, Alibaba, because you're gone.
While he's doing that, it is true that flounder do have eyes on both sides of their heads, which migrate from when they were young.
Correct. When they're guppies,
Fish
they're
facts.
normal style.
They look like normal fish until like they start messing things up.
Yeah. So these Drow invaders, they're now Drow reach a maximum height of like 5 feet. So these guys are average height, so they're shorter than that. It's going to take all 4 of them to lift Anubis, which they do. They lift him and drag him over to the ground here.
Do they even try to stabilize me, or they're just no?
Nope, they're just moving you.
Okay.
The Drow lieutenant will move forward and hold, and the Blade Singer will drop his invisibility
Oh, he's back there.
and
What?
swim up
Okay.
to shore
Hmm.
from his previous position. He'll approach you and grin at you and say, in common, "You are now a prisoner of the Ashen Empire.
I assumed as much. Uh, my name is Karos Fester. My companion over there is Amubis. Um, can you do anything to make sure he's all right? I understand you probably wouldn't let me anywhere near him, but if you do need it, I do have healing that I could use on him. It's probably easier if he walks to prison with me rather than having your men carry him. He is beefy.
My men can perform triage. We have no need for your healing arts. Go ahead and continue removing your armor. We're keeping an eye on you.
Uh, Fair enough. And I will do so. Start sort of popping off my various parts of the armor. It's not something I do often, but I'm quite trained at it. It's something that I have done often in the past.
Yeah, they'll let you do it. The lieutenant will collect up the pieces. He has kind of a satchel of sorts that he can store most of it on. Kind of like Chewbacca had C-3PO, like it's in parts and slapped on his back.
A lot of the like blue connection nodes that like kind of power my suit with my magic. There is no indication that they were even there when it powers off. It's not like a
Nice, yeah.
physical thing. I just form
It's
like
an internal magic. Imagine you have some sort of zero suit Samus on right now.
The only things that I think retain any magical energy are the shield and the lightning launcher, because those were my infusions.
Gotcha. But they're kind of parts of the armor.
Yeah,
itself, right?
they're both parts of the armor, but like everything else is
And they do they drop if you don't maintain them?
Yes, I can choose to drop them because like I could put it on somebody else if I wanted to. So it's definitely cool if it if it's on the ground.
Yeah, you'll see the Blade Singer wave his hand, and a pulse will come out from him, which you can perform that spell. So you gather its detect magic, and after looking at you for a moment, he nods, and the Drow lieutenant puts shackles on you. And you can see over where the Drow invaders are. They're currently performing medicine on Amubis to stabilize him.
Can I see if he's doing okay? From
Yeah,
here?
I'm gonna go ahead and roll medicine for them, and we'll let that be kind of like your indication of how he's doing.
Sounds good.
I'll go ahead and roll medicine for all four of them. I assume someone will be able to do a decent job. Is it int or wisdom for medicine?
It is wisdom for medicine.
1, 2, 3. All right, he's got back up to 1 hit point, so he's doing pretty well. They had already removed your weapons, including thrust web, and shackled you as well.
Amubis, we're surrendering. Please don't fight too much.
I would have hoped you would have escaped, Karos. I was trying to distract them.
As you talk, there's one of them kind of wrapping your horns in cloth, so they're padded, the tips of them, and
That's extremely offensive in my culture.
you can no longer speak Undercommon, so they do not acknowledge you saying anything. Yes.
In response to Amubis' statement, I'll say, "Oh, Amubis, I really hoped you would have known me better by now. I would never leave you."
That's good. I'm glad that we have a party of 3. And then I look around, and then I just go, "Oh," and then I stop talking.
You look around, and Flounder's there, like, I can join. I'm here, guys. Like, I can
get
help."
on over here. I'm just kidding.
And so you start walking.
Oh yeah,
past
he's a
the
gone,
throne.
right?
Yeah, this is probably a good spot to end the session because we're about that time for us. But I'll just as a closing scene, we'll move over to Alibaba. Very fun. As Alibaba finds himself in a water-filled corridor, doing doing a straight doggy paddle all alone in the middle of nowhere in the Underdark.
I hate the water.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Yay!
How exciting, guys!
Wow,
Yeah, it's wild.
Are we gonna have an Alibaba heist for the next episode? That'd be awesome.
Man,
I have
all
never felt so
manner.
I've never felt so thoroughly defeated in a D&D combat. Like
Oh
we
man,
got our houses.
I
wrecked.
didn't know if that blade singer was gonna be so effective.
Yeah,
Greater invisibility on people who are
Ooh.
already pretty tapped. Like me and Alibaba were both pretty low on spell slots there at the end.
I was
Yeah,
too.
that was wild.
I was out. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that could have gone a lot of ways, but I think it's cool where it went. I'm excited.
That was cool.
yeah. I think again, like I said, I think we did all a very good job of role playing our own characters.
That's right.
Because I was
Yeah.
Oh, I just lost people. Trying to hit reconnect, folks. Hello. Don't know what the deal is. Well, that's
The
about
stuff going forward
okay.
goes.
The
goes
audio
well with
just cut out, guys. Sorry, I didn't catch.
End story.
Okay, I didn't catch that last couple bits because the audio just kicked out for some reason.
shame
No worries.
So, but thank you,
Well, it was
PSLB.
just a lot of self congratulating.
Yes, it was I liked how that went. That's a very interesting time, and what that taught us all, Twitch, is sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. And I think that was a good life lesson that we can all walk away from tonight's episode with. So join us for next week as we continue down the unbeaten path. And join us tomorrow as we take on the Kaiju Slayer that's still alive down in Honolulu. Let's see how the trio of three take that on tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Central. I hope to see you there. Hope to see you on. You can always find our stuff recorded on YouTube or here on Twitch. So check it out. Look for PU to ASU on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all our updates as well. Everybody have a great night. Stay safe out there. Have a good, restful evening. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Twitch.
Hey.
Bye.